The mist rolled down from the mountains every morning, soft and quiet like silk drifting from heaven. The small rural village in Yunnan province was surrounded by terraced fields, bamboo groves, and rushing rivers that sang day and night. Here lived Zhao Ming and Li Hua, a middle-aged couple who had chosen the slow rhythm of countryside life over the noise of the city. They lived in a simple clay brick house with a tiled roof, a vegetable garden in the back, and chickens scratching freely in the yard. Ming was tall, with hands rough from farming, but his heart was gentle. Hua was small and quick, her smile brighter than the sun rising over the rice fields. For years, the couple had lived quietly, cooking together, working in the fields, sharing laughter under the stars. Yet their home still felt empty. They had no children. They prayed, waited, and accepted fate. But one scream warning, fate came running to them in the form of two little creatures. Unexpected children. It was Hua who first heard the cries, a thin, high-pitched sound coming from the edge of the bamboo forest. When she rushed over, she found two baby monkeys trembling, their fur damp with dew, eyes wide with fear. Perhaps their mother had been lost to a hunter, or perhaps they had been abandoned. Hua knelt down, her heart aching. "Oh, little ones, you must be starving!" Ming came with a basket, and after a long silence, he scooped them gently inside. The baby monkeys clung to his sleeves, their tiny hands curling around him as if they already knew he was safe. From that day forward, the couple's life changed. The monkeys, one male with a lively temperament they named Xiao Bao, and one female, gentler and smaller, called Mei Mei, became their children. Morning in the valley soon became filled with laughter. Xiao Bao loved to leap from the roof to Ming's shoulders, startling him as he tried to carry water from the well. Mei Mei, more delicate, preferred to cling to Hua's apron as she cooked, her curious eyes watching every chop of vegetables, every stir of the wok. The couple fed them lovingly, bowls of steaming millet porridge with a drizzle of honey, small sweet potatoes roasted in the fire, and sometimes fresh fruits gathered from the forest, persimmons, plums, and bananas. But Hua also believed they should eat what the family ate. She would slice tofu into cubes, stir-fry it with garlic, scallions, and soy sauce, then set a small plate aside for the monkeys. Xiao Bao gobbled noisily, smacking his lips, while Mei Mei nibbled slowly, tilting her head like a curious child. When Ming returned from the fields at dusk, the two monkeys would race to him, squealing with joy. He would swing them in his arms, one on each side, like twin children. "Ayah, my little rascals! You've grown heavier than the rice sacks!" Play in the fields. Life in the countryside was simple but rich. The monkeys followed Ming to the fields, chasing dragonflies, tumbling in the grass, sometimes pulling at the stalks of rice, much to his exasperation. "Don't pluck the rice, Xiao Bao," Ming scolded, though he could never stay angry long. In the evenings, the whole family would sit by the stream. Hua washed clothes on the stones while Mei Mei splashed in the shallow water, her fur wet, squealing with delight. Xiao Bao loved climbing the tall bamboo stalks, shaking them so vigorously that leaves fell down like rain, and Hua would shout, "Careful, you'll break your little bones!" At night, after dinner, they sat around the fire stove. Ming would strum his old sunshin, three-stringed instrument, while Hua hummed folk songs. The monkeys cuddled close, one in each lap, their small chests rising and falling as they drifted into sleep. The couple often looked at each other with tears glistening in their eyes. Their home was no longer empty. Trouble comes.
One autumn evening, while the sunset painted the sky orange, Mei Mei failed to come running for dinner. Strange, Hua murmured. She never misses mealtime. They searched the yard until Ming found her in the corner, sitting quietly, not playful like usual. Her tiny foot was swollen, and when he lifted her gently, he saw a deep cut, likely from a sharp bamboo shard or a hidden stone in the fields. Mei Mei whimpered softly, her eyes filled with pain. Hua's heart nearly broke. "We must take care of her," Hua whispered urgently. "She's just a baby." Meng nodded, determination set on his face. He had grown up with the knowledge of herbs, passed down from his father. Now it was time to use it. The healing. That night, Ming gathered fresh herbs from the hills. He knew exactly which ones could clean wounds and fight infection. Dandelion leaves, mugwort, and honeysuckle. He pounded them into a paste, mixing with sesame oil to make an ointment. Meanwhile, Hua boiled water and sterilized a clean cloth. The fire stove crackled as the flames licked the iron pot, filling the house with warmth. Mei Mei lay in Hua's lap, trembling, but her trust never wavered. Xiao Bao sat nearby, unusually quiet, watching his sister with big, worried eyes. "Hold her gently," Ming said. He took a green herb, mugwort, and held it close to the fire until it released its healing fragrance. Then, carefully, he pressed it near Mei Mei's wound, the warmth soothing her pain. She whimpered once, then relaxed. Ming applied the herbal paste with slow, steady hands, whispering softly, "There, little one. You'll be fine. Daddy's here." Hua stroked Mei Mei's head, her eyes brimming with tears. "She's so brave. Our little girl." That night, Mei Mei slept in their bed, wrapped in a small cloth, her injured foot resting on a soft pillow. Xiao Bao curled close, guarding her, as if he understood.
Recovery. The following days were filled with care. Hua cooked rice congee with a touch of ginger to keep Mei Mei's strength up. Ming reapplied the herbal ointment every morning and evening, heating the mugwort before pressing it gently. Slowly, the swelling went down. Mei Mei began to sit up again, nibbling fruit and even chattering softly. One afternoon, after a week of care, she managed to stand and limp toward Hua. The sight brought joy like sunlight after rain. Xiao Bao squealed happily, bouncing around her, though Ming quickly stopped him. "Don't make her foot worse, you rascal!" Soon Mei Mei was playing again, though still careful. Ming would sometimes lift her high and say, "See, our family can survive anything as long as we stay together."
A family's bond. Winter came, covering the fields with frost, but inside their home, the fire stove glowed warmly. The monkeys curled under thick quilts with Hua, while Ming added wood to the fire. On New Year's Eve, Hua cooked dumplings stuffed with cabbage, garlic chives, and minced tofu. She set small dumplings aside for Xiao Bao and Mei Mei, who clapped their tiny hands with excitement. Ming raised a cup of warm rice wine to Hua and smiled. "We asked heaven for children. Maybe heaven gave us these instead." Hua nodded, tears shining. Children are not only born from the womb. Sometimes they're born from love. The monkeys munched happily, unaware of the depth of those words. The Valley's Blessing. As years went on, the bond only deepened. Xiaobao grew strong, Mei Mei graceful, both loyal as shadows. They helped Hua in the garden, played with Ming in the fields, and became beloved by neighbors who often stopped by just to watch their antics. The story of the couple who adopted 2 monkeys spread across the valley. Some laughed, some admired, but everyone agreed. Ming and Hua had built something rare, a family not defined by blood, but by devotion. Eternal warmth. One spring evening, as peach blossoms fell around the house, Hua watched the 2 monkeys chase butterflies while Ming repaired a fence. She whispered, "Do you think they'll ever leave us to join their kind?" Ming paused, looking at the playful figures. "Maybe someday. But whether they stay or go, they'll always know they had a home here. And so will we." The couple stood hand in hand, their hearts full. In the valley, laughter echoed. 2 little monkeys, a mother and a father, a family born of chance, bound by love. And in that warmth, life was complete.